Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Monday. I am so excited to be here today and we have Aussie month happening through June. I'm changed Crafty Monday private, or it's a public group, so I'm actually going to be doing it over here from now on because too many people are saying to me they're not getting the notifications, they're missing the video, and then so I'm going to do it over here, but then I'll put it across for those people that are on there, that love to go on there and love to see what's happening in Crafty Monday. So I'm excited to be here. I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes to come on, hopefully. We have got punch die art happening this month. So it's using some punches that you may have in your stash or dies that you might have in your stash. You can use whichever way you want to go. But just to show you how you can do some fun little projects, Aussie characters that you can send overseas, because that's what's one of the questions I've been asked a lot. How do we make some Aussie cards to go overseas? And I've kept them quite simple so that you can do them with children. You can add a lot more to them and dress them up. You can add flowers in their hands. You can add so much more to them. But I've tried to keep the patterns very simple for you so that you can have fun creating them and not thinking, I can't do that. I want you to think, I can do that. So what do we actually need for this one? When I have a lot of scraps, I'll punch them out in my 2-inch punch. So I have already punched out, I've got lots of different colours here, so I've pulled out some colours. So you're going to need 9. At 2 o'clock I will put up the sketch number 6 for you, and it will be what we're doing today, and you'll be able to print that out. So you'll be able to save it to your photos and then save it and print it out. So that'll be a good thing as well, because that means that you'll be able to do a nice little Crafty Monday. Now I'm hoping that not too many people have gone over to Crafty Monday and then gone, oh my God, she's not here. I have put a notice over on Crafty Monday that we will be over here, so hopefully people will see that. For those few that do go over there, but there's a lot that haven't been coming on because they're just saying they're not getting notifications, so that's sad. I know we have had a lot of trouble with Facebook in groups, so I am going to do the group over here. So we need a 1 3/8. So some of you will probably have this. Some of you might even have the old black handle one that we used to have at the beginning, or some might have a 1 3/8 from another punch that you might have, or you might find a 1 3/8 circle punch die that you've already got, so you can use that too. So 2-inch punch, a 1 3/8 punch, and then we have the 3/8 punch. It's a tiny little black one. Hi Susan, did you happen to go over to Crafty Monday first? I have changed it around for the simple reason is so many people are saying they're not getting their notifications. So hopefully this will solve a big problem for a lot of people. So hopefully eventually they'll come back on here. We had a lot more people on when we were doing it over here than what we were doing in the group. So I decided that it's easier for me to copy the video over to there because I can't really get it from over there over here. It's harder for some reason. I don't know, because the groups have got different settings on them. So we need a 3/8 circle of some sort. It could be a punch, it could be a little die that you have, whatever. So let's see what we're going to make today. Let's come down to the workbench. Okay, let's let's bring this up a little bit. Let's hope we've got it where we want it. Now, I've got 9 circles. Okay, so I've got some circles here. I've done 4 in one colour. You can do whatever colour you want. I don't want to do that one in colour. and I don't want in an emboss, and I don't want to do them in emboss, but I do want to do all these ones. I do want to do all these ones using an embossing folder. So I have chosen a big one because everyone will fit in there. And this is the swirls. So I love the swirls. I think they're lovely, and I think it will give this a little bit of character. I've had a lot of colouring going through happening here. So we're going to put the swirls in here. Hopefully we can... Might have to move them around. I know they're all going to fit in, so we're going to put these all in here. So perfect. They're all going to fit in. How good is that? That's pretty cool. So you can spread them out a bit if you want to, however you want to. So they're going to go into the swirl embossing. Just move it up a bit. Okay. So they're going to get a pattern on them, which is really good. So I'm going to bring up my die cutting machine. And I'm going to take out the die cut plates and put in for embossing. So when you're embossing, you need plate number 1 and plate number 4. So we're going to put, and I'm just going to open that up because that one fell over the top of that one when I picked it up. And you can place them, like I said, you can spread them out on the embossing mat a little bit if you want to, which I just did. And we're going to bring this through. Oh, okay. This one's one of the thin ones. That would be just what I needed this morning. So we need number 3 and a number 3 when we've got our 2 thin ones. This is a thin one, it's not a 3D one. So we're going to wind this through. So when it's not a 3D embossing folder, just a normal standard embossing folder, you need your plate number 1 and 2 plate number 3s with your embossing folder in between. Okay, so we'll leave that over there for just a minute. And now we're going to go with our 3D one. So we take those 2 away. And we're going to use the, this one's the wood grain one. It's really lovely, and I like wood grain when you're doing animals or something like that. The wood grain always looks good. Okay, so we're going to do our white. In our wood grain, always make sure your fold is heading towards the center of the embossing folder. It is going through first. The fold part is going through first. Okay. Okay, let's bring that down here. So we've got our tree branch one here. You can leave this white, or you can add a touch of colour over the top of this. It's entirely up to you. I have on my sample white because it's just a sample one to show you, but I'm going to actually come in with a little bit of crumb cake on this one, just so that you can sort of see how you can dress them up just slightly if you want to change them and make them look a little bit different. Oh, okay. So when you're doing swiping, you're always coming with your narrow end, not the thick end up here. You're coming with the narrow end down here. So we're just going to come in with the narrow end over our emboss. And we're not going to do it too hard because we don't want it to be too dark. So we're just going to come down and just do a little bit of light around there so you can sort of see that is the pattern on it. Okay, so then we've got our swirls on these ones. So we're going to take out these because they've got swirls on them. Take out all these swirls. Okay. So now we're going to need a bone folder because we're going to do some folding. So we're going to start off with one particular one for the head. So choose which one you want that looks like that you might want for the head part, because we're going to also put in the white. Now you can do something on the white if you want to, but I'm going to keep mine white like that. Okay, so we're going to do the head bit first. So we're going to glue this bit on. So this is the 1 3/8. 1 3/8 either die or punch. No, I just threw that on the floor. Now I've got to get down under the table and get it, but I'm not going to because it's a long way down there. I'm actually going to just punch out another one because it went up that end. And I don't feel like getting on my hands and knees at the moment. I'll get one of the grandkids to grab it out. Okay, so let's start that again. We'll hang on to it this time. Okay, so we're going to glue this out. I sort of like the idea of this has got some little bits here that's going around this way. So I'm going to sort of have that sort of standing out. So use whatever embossing folders you got, but if you want it to look like something, the pattern, just make sure that you have it where you want it. I'm just going to come right to the edge a little bit there because I want it to come into the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to rub that glue off. I should have my craft sheet here so I can just rub it onto that, but I haven't got one here at the moment. Or have I? Yes, I have. So craft sheets are really handy. If you've got glue on your fingers, you can just rub your fingers on your craft sheet. Silicone craft mat. Perfect. Okay, so this one that we didn't emboss, this is for the beak. So we're going to fold it in half. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half and we're going to score it down. And we're going to fold it into a quarter. Like this. But this time we're just going to press it down to start off with and then give it a bit of a score. So we want this to be on the side of the face. So this is opened up like this. So we want this circle part to the top, this towards the bottom, and this to the side. So this is going to be the beak of our parrot. Who guessed it was a parrot? Who guessed we were doing a little parrot today? Our cute little parrot. Okay, so then the beak goes in like that. So we just want to put some glue on this bit here. Now you can use tear tape if you want to, if you prefer tear tape. Some people don't like the glue. It's entirely up to you. I love the glue. So we're going to put this beak so it's coming downwards on here like this. Okay, and then we're going to put our little eye on here. So you can put your eye wherever you want to pop your eye, whether you want him up higher or lower. Wherever you put him, he'll look different. I'm telling you, they look different everywhere you put them. So just pop him wherever you want to pop it. Okay, now this is going to go on first. This is sort of like our template guide. So when you're doing something like this, and you can use your bone folder, and before you stick it down, and just curl that beak around a little bit. Okay, so it just sort of sits around a little bit. Okay, so you can make him sit up a little bit. So we're going to use dimensions on this. So we're going to just place them into the center, because if you want to slide things in and out around them, you do not want to not be able to get into the edges of your Parrot. Okay, so this is our first one. So he's going to be sitting his head more up here a little bit. He's going to be looking down a little bit. So that's our first piece. Then we're going to bring our body in. So you can have a look and you go, oh, I like this bit because it's got more pattern on it. That's going to go really well with that. So we're going to put 4 in the center again. Oh, we want the sticking out pieces first. So pop these on. Now you can put 3 even on, just whatever you want, but to make sure it holds pretty good, but you don't have to put it right around the edges, okay? And then this one's going to sit in there. Now you don't want to put them down too low here either, because you've got to put these ones in, okay? So we've got our 2 there, and then we've got these ones that are going to get folded in half as well. So we're going to fold the whatever color order you want, that's fine. So we're going to bring in a blue, a green, and you can do whichever way you want to do it. Now, so we've got a blue one, we've got a green one, a blue one, a pink one, or a apricot one. Might be Calypso coral, a coral one. So you can bring that in between there if you want to. You can do it whichever way you want to go. And then we want also a yellow one. Okay, so we want to fan these out a little bit when we're doing this, but we want it to come into a point there, but we want to fan them out a little bit, okay? You can even put more in if you want to. If you want a tighter little tail, you can put another one in there as well, okay? And you can even put designer series paper as well if you wanted to. So we're going to start by putting this one up this way. So we're going to start by putting a little bit of glue here and then adding this one. Work out whether you want it a wide or thin. It's entirely up to you. And then this one here, and you can work out whether you want it a lot showing or a little bit showing. It's entirely up to you. Like I said, you can put as many of these on as you want to for his tail, but they're so cute. And then this one here as well. But we're going to put just one dimension on the back. I'm just going to make sure that that sits there for a minute and dries while we do the just going to put the punch on there to hold it steady for a minute. Okay, now we're going to do the wings. So you can sort of see the shape on these, so you can sort of go, oh, I like the wing going that way, so you can bring that shape in to suit. And that's what I loved about the swirls. I thought, oh, it gives a little bit more character. So this one's going to sit sort of up here on the parrot itself, so for his arm. So we're going to put a couple down here, one there, one there, just to make sure it holds. So he's going to be sitting right about there. I think he's going to come out. You can put a dimension in there if you want to have this so it sits down. You can put a dimension into the beak as well, okay? So once you've got him curled, you can put that in there if you want it. you can have that like that. Now we're going to do this one as well. So we're sort of looking at the arm going down again, so we're going to come this way. That's what I love about the swirls. They've got lots of little swirls all over them that you can put whichever way you want. And this is going to go underneath. That's what I'm saying about don't put dimensions too close, okay? Otherwise, you're not going to get your pieces in. So just into the middle. 2 dimensions on this one as well. That's all you need. Okay, so just 2 up the top. And this is going to slide in to here. Okay, now this one is going to slide in to the bottom here. Now it's up to you whether you want to put a dimension in there to hold that down or not, or whether you want to leave it like that. It's entirely up to you. Okay, and then that's going to go onto our red card like this. So he's so cute. So cute, so cute. He's a fun one to do, this little parrot. You can see throughout the month I have named all these little characters or asked for people to help name some of them. There's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be some games, giveaways, lots of things happening. Now I'm also going to put just one down here at the bottom. So just make sure you lift them all up to put one down at the bottom as well, once I've got him on there. He is absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to put a white on the inside as well. Now, I know he's a simple little one and he's just a few punches, but believe me, when you've got lots of little scraps, and you sometimes have, you know, a 2-inch strip or a 3-inch strip that you think, oh, what am I going to do with that? This is perfect, especially if you've got friends overseas. You can send them a nice little card from overseas. And like I said, you can put a dimension in here too if you want to. Okay, so you can close that down if you want to. Now you can even add a little hello tag on here. Now where did my little tag go? I had it a minute ago. I'll just do another punch. How's that? We'll just do it. Another one. So I'm just going to grab that 1 3/8. Oh, I nearly landed on the ground again. And I've got a little hello up here that I kept out before. You can use whatever you want. And we're just going to use the black. I'm actually going to stick it on here. I'm going to stick him on here. I love this little bit that goes with our Stampin' Positioner. I use it so much now. It's just so cool. So easy to use. Okay. And we're going to get this and we're just going to come in. We're just going to come right down nearly towards the bottom. I'm just going to turn that around a bit. Towards the bottom because we're going to cut it across. So we just want that hello there. Beautiful. I wish we had an Aussie stamp that said Aussie, 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 but we don't. Now you can fold this or you can cut it. It's up to yourself. So I'm just going to cut it across. And I'm just going to stick the hello down here. You can put your words wherever you want, but I'm just going to put this one on the front of him. Right there. He's just going to be a hello. Okay. Hi, Lena. Hi, Kay. So he is so cute. Look at this. Now I made another one earlier, just like I said, I didn't put any background on the embossing folder on this one, on the tree one. I just left it white. You can put a little wiggly eye on them if you want to. If you've got wiggly eyes, just make sure that they are very secure if you're going to give it to a child. I just love that you can add as much as you like. Now this little template is going up at 2 o'clock. So the template is it just shows you that's my card I made. So, and it just tells you down here, like you'll need 4 red 2-inch ones, 1 orange, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 yellow, if you want to go with my colour theme, or you can go with your own. And it'll also tell you the 138, the 3/8 for the eye, and it'll also tell you the one for the white. So it's very simple. Also that your card measurements are 21 by 14.5 and score at 10.5. And if you want a mat on it, you can do a mat on it as well. So it just tells you everything on here as well as embossing folders. So you can print these out. So just save them to your photos, go in, touch it, save it to your photo, and then you can print them out and put them in your book. So how cute is that? Now that is that one there. How cute is that? So I've made them up, hopefully, that you can sort of see that they are easy to make, okay, and a lot of fun. Something you can do with your grandkids, something you can do for yourself, and something you can definitely do, like Lena comes from Canada, we can send one to her. So God bless you all. I'm glad you all got to join me today. And if you're watching the replay later, don't forget to leave a comment on how you found me and whether you like our little parrot. I'm really excited because we've got some really gorgeous characters to share with you over the month of June. So this is our simplest one, our easiest one. So I hope you enjoyed it. God bless you all, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.